We're live now. Hello, everyone.
Oops.
Willie.
Hello, hello, all the viewers. Hello, Addison.
Hello.
I would say hello to myself, but that might be insanity. Right, hold on. This will probably be an epic one. Take the intensity down a little bit. So, for everyone that was not here last session, and maybe the session before it, you all finished up the battles with the weird monsters that came through the hole. Vondra trying to fly into the hole before it closed, then fucked off to find a charcuterie even. Met up with a very strange, dark feathered Aarakocra, known by locals as the General, and turned around and showed his name, told his name as Rasham. Had a nice little chat with the wee wizard on the way back. On the way back to the temple to see Vondra's friends. Whilst Vondra was away, other things had happened. They'd managed to get Nephlis and Cade managed to get Xeric into the temple with help from some of the temple monks. It took about 50 of them because of how fucking heavy Xeric had went because of being petrified. Mouse and Sensoril had ran into the carriage to look after Mouse's parents and also to get Satra safe. Then, upon leaving, they noticed Stormcrow slinking away. He had noticed a strange cloaked figure and decided to follow after them, believing something to be up with them. After half an hour to an hour of tailing this person, they took them to sort of like the run-down docks areas of Drower, and it turns out that they were just leading Stormcrow away. He managed to catch sight of one of the people, and it turned out to be members of the Silent Network. Avalon's and the Magisterium's secret yet not so secret Black Ops group, we'll call it.
Whatever, something. I can't remember exactly what the name he gave.
Whatever they are, whatever you would class them as. They invited Stormcrow in and told him that they had a special audience waiting for him. He wandered in and he found out it was the matron of that certain sect of the Silent Order. She had a chat with him and told him that there was a request from her patron, so the person who was literally in charge of this sect of the Silent Network. So it was something to do with the Mylil family and their apparent quicker than usual rise to power. They were aiming for the Prime Magisterium, Prime Magistrate role, in order to bring about chaos and war upon the other free-thinking species of Yggdrasil, trying to create another elven empire like of old in the modern day. Dun dun dun. Sorry, I just noticed that there as it popped up. The matron said that she wishes that her benefactor wishes to see Stormcrow in Avalon, and he is more than welcome to bring his friends, the group known as the Arashtara, for there may be some need of their talents in order to help. I know talent doesn't really work with you guys, but okay. Nobody bit, that's cool.
No.
Yeah, nobody biting, nobody taking the bait.
Rude.
It's not rude.
I'm too busy biting chicken, so.
Okay, chicken biter. He likes a bit of cock in his mouth. Anyway.
See, I was gonna make that joke, but I thought, nah, low-hanging fruit is too obvious.
Yeah, he likes those in his mouth as well.
Oh, that was good.
The matron told Stormcrow that when the group had made their decision, that he had to give his little wizard friend a tablet with some specific runes on them. There were teleportation runes. Just my cousin there saying, alright, chicks and dicks.
Yeah.
Came in at the right time there, at least. That
Yeah,
was
perfect.
something that we were speaking about that Stuart likes in his mouth. Chicks and dicks. Or chokes on dicks, whichever one that is.
Or it could be a mix of both.
Yeah. Could be. I'm not kink shaming or nothing.
Nah, we're not here to judge.
No, exactly. He told Sentinel all about it. She revealed some family secrets of her own involving the Milos, and the group then proceeded to return to Khazad Thurakal. Stormcrow then in the forge chamber with the group and Myron told everyone what he was told from the matron, and yada yada yada. You all decided that you were going to. You did decide you were going to go with him, didn't you?
Yes.
You all made the decision. Cool. He passed the teleportation runes to Vondra, so you are now working on. You've disappeared and are now working on the teleportation runes. Something you have taken a fine interest in.
Awesome.
Then something else happened at the end of the session. Can't remember what.
Nothing important.
So we're going to retcon. We're going to retcon a little thing.
Okay.
Where we ended the last session, we'll step back a little bit. During the time speaking to him in the forge, you all decided to go off and help the others. The other people find their home within the hold. Can't remember why somebody put that on. Did we have a giant cock there? And that was the spunk marks again.
No.
Probably.
Yeah.
Why would we be drawing giant cocks?
Why would you be giant cocks? Well, there's a good few things, a good few reasons.
Like we would do something like that.
No, you guys would never do stuff like that.
Not me.
Yeah, no.
Well, not me on this occasion, anyway.
Yeah, no, for once it wasn't you.
Yeah, exactly. Ha. This is what the moral high ground looks like. Don't like it.
Yeah, it's too
You
high.
okay there, Obi-Wan?
It's too high.
I don't like it. It's strange.
I don't like it.
It's lonely up there.
Yeah, it's never good, is it? I don't like being the intelligent one in any situation. That's why I choose not to be it once in a while. And that is the story I'm going to stick to before anybody starts getting cheeky.
Only once in a while.
That's exactly what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Don't worry, guys. It's not as if I have like total control over your characters or fuck all. You know, the fate of your characters. Whoa.
Yeah, right.
Was
Let
amused
me-
by the fact that you, as that happened, you made all of us disappear except for him.
Yeah. Well, if we're going by what happened before, then he is like still on the ramparts somewhere.
Yeah.
So, the group at the end of the day, you all decide to meet up in the tavern that has just been cleaned up, redone by one of the refugees, now hold member, we'll say.
And it's called the meeting place.
Yeah, was that what we called it?
Yep.
Right, hold on. Did we do it? Meat as in...
Meat as in the word meat, and place as in the fish.
Oh, for fuck's sake, I've just got that. Meat and place. Yeah, arsehole. Place is P-L-A-I-C-E, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm smart. I told you I was smart. Just because I had to ask the answer, like the meat and
I've also
place.
just I've just bumped it down to the bottom of general as well.
Oh, did you? Yeah. Actually, I will start off with Vondra. You...
I'm just finishing my dinner.
Okay, I will not start off with Vondra.
Sorry. Thank you.
You all have just been gifted your new outfits, new possessions from your blacksmith friend, your long-time compatriot who none of you could ever imagine life without nowadays. You,
Just a dick.
me, never. Zarek, still feeling the effects of your strange few days, having been petrified, everything else that's happened to you in that time. You now wear the... Hold on, I keep forgetting the name. I don't
Nether
know.
coil vestment.
The nether coil vestments. If you would like to describe them to everyone.
Certainly. So they are crafted from soul-threaded silk bound with the essence of shadow stuff. So they now look like Zarek is basically wearing liquid darkness. Zarek spouted something about how he told Mayron about the Rosier keep using something similar. But it now just looks as though when Zarek moves, there's almost like that little bit of an after image, just with shadow facing behind. And I shall chuck concept art into the chat. Once I find it again. But yeah, no, Zarek is now just pretty much all draped in sort of black robes, and at certain angles it almost seems hard to spot Zarek because of how sort of shadowy they're now looking.
So I will put it into character art,
Thank you.
and what I will do actually, I will let anybody that's watching see our see it.
Ooh. Very
There
emo.
we go.
You did look like you're off to see a marching band.
Yeah, stream can now see that.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew that would be the fucking problem there. I just went and fucked up the entire min stream.
Oops.
This is what happens when I try and do something nice.
I know.
I should actually make like a little fucking screen off at the side, but I'm not going to do that in the middle of a stream at this moment in time.
No, that's a between panel.
Yeah, that's an in-betweener sort of situation. Zarek walking in this like liquid darkness, you'll sort of get this weird sensation coming off of him, but like he looks good, looks fine. Cade then wanders in. If you would like to describe your new outfit.
So, Cade's new armour would normally sit under his robes, but as he's just putting it on, you get to see that it's a very dark leather inlaid with shifting runes, almost like a jet black with like a grey effect to the leather. The edges of it shimmering faintly, and as he puts it on, it starts to emit a dim light that is almost perceptible. There seems to be like a heartbeat.
And I'll throw that into the chat as well. It's got little tinges of purple and that on it as well. It's a cool little fucking bit of armour. Not gonna lie, I love it.
Kind of cool that it looks like little feathers.
Yeah.
Above table, I do need to speak to you after the session about the armour because I do have a question. So,
Oh god, here we go.
just as a reminder to myself.
God. He wanders in this dark armour, almost as if to mirror him a little bit. Mouse, describe your new stuff. Your new thing.
Mouse walks in wearing silvered plate with crescent moon detailing that is faintly glowing as well. It is, like I said, silver and like detailed purple. Let's say a nice little wrought beneath moonlight in silver and dusk steel. This armor guards not just the body but the soul that knits the liminal line between illuminated mercy and shadowed fate. It's so elegant and very elegant for Mouse actually. But yeah, nice glowing purple and glowing moons.
It's making her look very regal. The way that it's been redone. In contrast, yeah,
Get the headband as well as he chucked in the headband.
that's your tiara that you wore.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
my
tiara.
tiara.
Yeah, you've been wearing that party.
I
Yeah.
totally forgot about the tiara. I'm still totally wearing the tiara.
It's fine.
Pretty princess.
Somewhere in the world, Emrys is still wearing his bow tie on his beard. Maybe.
I love how you think he's still in the world. He did.
Wow.
He
Somewhere
did.
it's around.
Stormcrow, you wander in next in your nice brand new fucking glamour weave such. Describe it for the people.
So, Silvergrey just walks in, undramatic as ever. The armor is like black, like really black. It looks like it's almost sort of taking the light away from it, from the room. It's got this shimmering of purple going throughout it as well, under the torchlight, and it's also the purple seems to be moving, and you can see that there's sort of black studs all across the armor, which is sort of reflecting the light. But at the same time, the cloak seems to be moving against the breeze, and it seems to be sort of like little crackles of lightning appearing round the base of the cloak.
Nice little piece of clothing, a clothing article there for you.
Let's see.
We have you. Vondra.
Yes.
I'll bring you in first before you wander off. Would you like to describe your new presents?
Sure.
I did send
Yeah,
you your stuff,
Vondra.
didn't I? Yeah.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
Yeah. Admit.
I got a sort of checkered blue and silvery type chain shirt on, which sits beneath a sort of reddy browny orange burnt orange like robe with blue overcoat, and you can see that it's part silk, but there's like almost like starlight in the that shimmers across the blue, like the night sky, just as the sun's going down. And then there are runes that float around her neck, around the collar, which is quite high. But it's very flowy. It's it's lots of different layers, like lots of different layers to sort of hide things or steal things or conceal things. But her hands are free, and she's still got like a nice free movement. It doesn't. You can tell it. If it wasn't made of silk, it would be heavy, but you can tell that it's like a light garment that's like surprisingly light, and then the chain shirt also sort of catches any light from the room as well. And yeah, she seems a bit more protected now compared to what she was wearing. A bit more beefed up now.
And you see her clacking about with a brand new staff also.
Yes. So the staff is a petrified. It's from a petrified tree, and you can see that it pulses every few seconds. And again, the starlight is sort of reflected in the staff as well. And you can see it's sort of got like the magic weave throughout it, and it's on display with that like dim blue light again, sort of complementing the chain shirt and the blue runes around her neck. Yeah, she looks very happy with the new garb and the new staff. She looks a bit more put together now, a little bit less raggedy.
I know that the photo that was sent makes her look like she's not happy, but that's just because she's got a blurred face. Because some of the faces that AI try to generate are fucking terrifying. So
Now I want to see the outtakes.
oh no, you don't. You do not.
Is it like Betty but AI version?
Oh no, it's like weird smiles and all that sort of stuff. It's like from the movie Smile. and just like
Ew.
really
Oh.
disproportionate eyes and stuff. It's just fucking
sake.
horrendous.
Is it like chocolate? There he smiles.
No, it's worse.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. And last but not least at this moment in time, 'cause I'll not take away Sensoral's like description for herself. We have Nephilis, the last to enter the hall to do whatever it was that he was away to do. Yeah, Rob, do you want to describe the clothes that you have been gifted?
So he's wearing a black duster with it's got an armored center with purple runes all down the front and on the lapels of the jacket. The jacket itself is just plain black, and he's got an eye in the middle of the chest, which is black and a black slit, but purple around that as well, and a big black rune on the front of the actual armor. Purple rune, sorry.
Just imagine what a warlock would fucking wear. Oh, thank you. I know I'm amazing, guys, you know. Yeah, you all enter the room, kitted out in your brand new clothes, feeling all refreshed, looking slick, and looking slick and sexy. The lot he is. We can say that. It's not weird. We didn't make eye contact.
Yet.
I want you to make one.
Yet. Yeah, it's. You don't want to know which eye's making contact, though. That's the thing. Is there anything any of you would like to do as you enter as you are all seeing each other for the first time, all kitted out in your new clothing, after helping out everybody get themselves sorted and whatnot?
How high is the room that we're in?
Probably about 15 to 20 foot high, depending on different parts of the ceiling. So the way that it's like a vaulted ceiling and all that sort of stuff.
Cade will, just for shits and giggles, just start flying around the room, just get used to flying with the new armor on.
Jojo's gonna walk in, look at everyone, click his fingers, and just scrape the dancing lights cantrip, and just have a stream of like sort of purple, bright purple lights just spinning in the air above them. He's got a very good music. Fuck off.
Get it down the runway, girl.
Hell yeah.
Start marching in, all that stuff. Beautiful. Anybody else like to do anything? Speak to each other, have a chat? Nothing like that?
Vondra will just
I'm just gonna compliment the way the other guys look.
yeah, Vondra's just going to mirror Cade and like she'll cast fly and then go up and join him, but like mirror him and compliment him to show off his like new gear, and just like, and also like take a leaf out of his book and be like, see what it's like to fly around in the new armor. Obviously feeling a bit more weight, so getting used to it a little bit, sort of like Tony Stark when he first starts playing around with the Iron Man stuff. It's like getting used to the weight distribution and stuff.
Oh, nice.
Cade will compliment Vondra on her flying abilities.
Thank you very much. I feel a bit rusty, you know, especially with the new gear on. You seem to have taken it to like a, what is it, a bird to water? Is that what they say?
Something
Water
like
ducks
that.
back, something like that.
Yeah, but honestly, this thing is that Mayron is just amazing. It's like it doesn't feel like I actually have the armor on. It's so maneuverable. It's crazy.
This is amazing. I don't know what we would do without him. He's been so good to us.
Have
Ah,
I been with the group?
you dick, Rob. Just typing it. So, you fucking arsehole. Feels like I'm wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Stupid, sexy Flanders.
Couldn't
Sorry.
help myself.
Sorry, Byron. Would you have been
No,
with the
sorry,
group?
I was just. Have I been with the group? Was I with the group when they got all the armor, or was it brought was I somewhere else and then it was brought to me?
Yeah, no, you were all sort of there. You all gave them the rundown and stuff like that about what had happened in Drower, and then Stormcrow had told everybody what the situation was with meeting up with the matron and whatnot. So you were there as well, and that's where he handed you the.
Okay. So Mayron's all good. He's not, because I thought I saw something in the chat a while back about how Mayron wasn't okay.
Well,
At the present moment in time, there is nothing at all wrong.
we will get to that very soon.
Okay.
We will
Do
get
we
to
have
that.
to? Can we not just stay here for the rest of
No.
session and then that's it? Everybody lived happily
Happily
ever after, and we all
And we
stayed in the camp. Yeah.
Now let's go that way.
Vondra, you feel a pull now. You have work to do with dealing with this teleportation circle and these
Okay.
whatchamacallits. You were told, I should have told you this thing, but I keep forgetting to message you about it. You were told by Mayron that you have a room set up, that he managed to scrounge some wizard materials, and you now have your own sort of laboratory in order to do your own magical stuff.
I think we have to call it the laboratory.
You can call it whatever you want, Vondra's lab or whatever.
Laboratory.
Laboratory.
In Vondra's laboratory,
Yeah.
there are experiments you've never seen.
I was
The mouse
hoping
blows the experiments to smithereens.
I was hoping that you would do that, that somebody would do that. You start walking out. Nephilis, you tell everybody that you wish to go and see Mayron about something personal, and you begin to wander off.
Okay.
Okie doke.
Is that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No, we'll go back
no.
if you. No, we'll go back.
Sorry, no. I was looking at the gifts. I didn't see that we had changed to Vondra's laboratory.
All right. I thought you were what
Is
you
that
wanted to.
the bar?
That's the
Is
bar.
That's the bar.
Yes.
Leave Mouse to it. She's getting to know the Furbolg.
Hold on. In your time there, you. Why has this not got a people NPC generator? There we go.
Yeah, Vondra will just say duty calls as she leaves.
Rather attractive young lady at the end of the table.
Oh, Vondra, can you take Chompy with you? I think he wants to stay with you.
Sure.
He quite liked being a hat buckle.
I was going to say, what form was he taking at the moment? He's a hat buckle.
Yeah, if you've got a wizard's hat on or something like that, he'll be a buckle on it.
Cool. I have like a belt around me as well, so I can, I can put him around my waist.
Okay.
Keep him safe. Keep him secret.
I'm gonna get you a wizard's hat that says wizard on it, like with Rincewind.
So, the giant furbog that looks like a sort of mix between a minotaur and a furbog. His name is Rolliman.
Rollerman. Excuse me a second while I write these details down. They might come in handy in the future.
We've just doomed his life.
Yeah.
Yep.
The farmer-looking one to your left goes by the name of Kelric.
Mhm.
And the female is Elisa. Eilissa.
Okay,
And-
I am just going to be chatting and getting to know them for a little while.
Yeah, quote unquote, getting to know them.
Look at the size of him.
Yes. What?
That's what she said.
Hey!
The
Brumts. Anybody else wishing to do anything? Do anyone? Zarek? Cade? No?
Cade
No.
is gonna go back to the main keep area and see if we can find any books that may interest him.
Okie doke. The lusty Argonian maid. Give me an investigation check, please. Investigation.
Good at these. I'm not good at them.
Yeah.
You're in a room.
Yeah. Give me a D100 roll.
Wow.
You're full of a room.
You find a book after rifling through everything. The one that you find probably suits you the most. Beginner's Guide to the Potty. That seems to have got your mind the most. This seems to be the only one that is the most eligible to you at this moment in time. Zarek, anything for you?
Is the barkeep the only one to sort of speak to about food and drink and things like that?
You see that there's like other servers and that going about. They don't seem to be like charging anything at this moment in time. It just seems to be whatever they've brought together. It's more this place appears to be more like it'll be a communal place at this moment in time. So there does seem to be food on the go. Rolliman is just sort of like passing it out as it's being passed through from the cooking areas.
Cool. Zarek's going to speak to whoever seems to be the one that's going to be deciding the recipes and teach them how to make gohibi po.
Okay.
Or at least try and describe it.
You shout through to whoever it is that's dealing with it, and a giant, what appears to be like half ogre of sorts, comes lumbering out.
Snake. Goat. Fish. Pork. One dish.
Points to himself. Fog.
we'll say that's gonna take up Zarek's evening.
Hadozi just sort of comes screaming out of the kitchen. What? What does one want? With Fug. Me,
Have you heard-
Fug.
Oh, I've met these two before, haven't I? Briefly.
Gives you a little wave with his massive hand. Hey.
Do we have the resources to make go Phoebe Po? Addressing both.
You just see Fug looking very confused. Food. Fug. No, Fug. I'll deal with it. You go. Shoot. Bye. He starts scratching his arse as you see him walking away. His breeches are sort of falling down a little bit. You see a bit of crack.
Mouse just whispers to Rolliman, just remind me not to eat here.
Why? The food would still be just as tasty.
What, with fug butt hair in it?
Flavor, that's all it is.
Yeah.
Right. When trying to teach Fug, you need to go through me. He only listens to me. So, teach me what recipes. You tell me.
Yeah, so I'm going to start describing exactly how to make a go Phoebe Po. That's goat, fish, pork, what spices, what order to cook it in. Like, it's like Zarek's hyper focus right now to make sure that going forward, Cade and Zarek have their favorite comfort food.
You forgot the beef in it as well, though.
I did forget the beef, but
You
forgot
what you don't know is that secretly Zarek's been taking the beef out of it all this time, and that Cade doesn't know. But that's what makes Cade like it the most.
You begin describing the cooking procedures that you're so used to during the time. We sort of pan over a little bit to the resident bard trying to get his end away. Just the lassie just sitting there drinking on whatever wine it is. Oh, so you slayed a beholder all by yourself? You're saying?
By myself, I mean the rest of the guys helped. You know, I mean we got there. They were helpful in their own way. You know, I mean we're a team. We all work together to try and make sure that everyone stays safe.
Oh, okay. Is anyone else in the team here? And she starts looking around at the moment. Somebody who maybe done the killing blow?
And I sort of look around and go, no, I think they've gone. There was one guy there who turned to stone, and I think the other ones have all left.
I suppose.
Well, you know, I was more focused on getting the people to safety. You know, it wasn't up to me to kill it. I was just more making sure that trying to get people away and save women and children and everything from it.
Nice, yeah, nice. We'll take this time as you're trying your best to pan off This is too thingy for this one. We'll go for this, see how this goes. Sounds a little bit creepy, doesn't it? Ah, no wait, there's a library one. We'll go for library stuff. Vondra. You make your way up to the area you were told about. And you... Making my way. And you open up into a... Even though on the photo at this moment in time it looks highly kitted out, it's not too kitted out at this moment in time. But there does seem to be enough apparati, whatever you want to say, to provide you with a good baseline office, lab, place of learning.
Yeah, I'll make sure there's a cozy corner with like some cushions.
Yeah, there is
Turn myself into.
there is like a desk and stuff like that, and not a really comfy looking chair, but there is other places, other things you could do. There are some books and all that scattered about the place that have been acquired.
So, in terms of the teleportation, you mentioned something about teleportation circle earlier.
Yes. So, you have yourself
A merry little
Merry-
Christmas.
Yes, you
Too soon?
have. It's too late now. Oh, is it too late or too soon? Right in the we're near enough bang in the middle. So, what I would like for you, can you roll me a Arcana check, please? And because this is something that you are so highly in tune with at this moment in time, I would like that Arcana check to be at advantage, please.
Oh, thanks. Okay, 22.
That is nice.
That's what she said.
Doesn't work right now, Stuart. God, choosing your moments. You know the understanding of this spell just now. You've just not had the opportunity to put it into full effect. The things that you've read about teleportation manipulation within the material realm, Fae, all that sort of stuff. This is your first time getting the opportunity to delve into this magic, this magical phenomenon. You take out a set of the infused chalks, the magical chalks, whatever it is we're going for, and the inks, and you start tracing in a giant circle in the most open area of the room.
Yeah, I'll shift things around if needed.
Yeah, anything that needs to be moved out the way, you manage to just like in your small. Yeah, I was thinking.
He's trying the hardest to move this big, heavy wooden desk.
Yeah. Imagine this sort of small little figure is sort of like almost like the legs of Scooby Dooing on the floor as.
Yep.
Rob.
Yeah, definitely.
Just like pushing with your back to like move it as well.
Yeah, she's trying every which way, sideways, backwards, forwards. Yeah.
Like a sex tape.
Yeah, you managed to get this circle all. Actually, is that? No, I would need to fucking buy that. I'm not buying it. You get it all done up, and it looks rather well done for your first attempt. You chalk out all the lines.
Yeah, she'll stand back proudly, like happy with her own work.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to fucking get this. I'm trying to make this look a bit more faded, but it's not going for it. Ah, fuck it, I'm not doing. I'm looking about it. Yeah, you look back, you manage to get all the sigils and all that put on. You know that you have to put in a lot of these special sigils because with teleportation spells and circles and whatnot, it depends on a different sort of combination every single time. But the first time using this spell on your own is when you find out your teleportation sigils for this. And this will lead to a possible permanent circle at some point down the line. So, again, may I get an Arcana check from you, please?
Sure. Straight roll this time?
Just a straight roll this time, please.
Yep. Ooh, nice. 26.
20. Fuck, that was better than your last one. At advantage.
I know.
Can you cast the spell, please, and use up the spell slot that gets with it?
Fucking hell, talk about a long description.
Fucking right, I know.
Fill the screen.
You feel the arcane energy fill your body. You release it into the circle, and almost like staring through space and the void itself, you start feeling a certain calling on these in this plane of existence that you are now in.
Oh, I feel a calling. I don't hear the calling.
No, you just feel it. You feel sort of like where you are, a calling to your position in everywhere and everything. You start just sort of like with your eyes, like, or with your like consciousness out of body. So like, think of Doctor Strange as he's going through the different realities, like when he first gets like soul punched from the old one or the ancient one.
Yep.
That's where you're going. You're just sort of like traveling through this same area, but just like scrolling through multiple realities, and you every time you're doing it, you're just sort of like pulsing out a little bit of magical energy, and every time you do that, lights up a sigil, lights up another one. You start getting a feeling. You're starting to feel where the sigils, or where this circle now is within reality. You're now pushing all of your understanding and energy into this creation.
She'll start to sweat a little bit just from the mental effort. It's like her highest level spell that she's ever done, so she's really concentrating.
Sweet. Can I get a wisdom check from you, please?
Okay. Not too bad. 13.
As you're trying to finish the spell, insert this teleportation circle, this creation into reality, as you're flowing through the realms of possibility and understanding, you get a little echo reverberate through one of the realms. A deep breath, a call.
From the other side?
From one of the sides, yes.
Do I recognise the... Sorry, do I hear a voice or something in my head, like, of a voice?
You feel a sound more than hear it.
Okay.
A familiar tone as you sort of like turn, and in this vast emptiness, this void, a little island of obscurity, in this open vastness of nothing, only dotted with the smallest amount of light, caged in caged within a confinement of chronomatic energies, bound to this single space. A giant blue Goliath
Oh!
holding an open box with a desiccated head in it, a tear rolling down his eye, or rolling down his face. And as you
I
sort
was
of
about to say,
yeah,
a tear will run down. A tear will run down Vondra's cheek as she senses this.
as you do, you sort of lean out a little bit, and the reality shifts once more. A strange new reality standing around, appearing around you. Something you've never seen before, yet feel a pull to. Strange looking land, yet familiarity bursting through your veins. You think in the distance you see a small halfling, or an older looking halfling male, sitting there on a tree stump, whittling something away. Can I get a perception check, please?
Sure. 12.
12. As as you stare out, this halfling appears to be familiar to you.
What colour is their hair grey, or
It
I'm
looks
not quite tell.
it looks greying. So it's going from like an auburn purple, auburn brownish colour, and you see where it's like salt and peppering, essentially, like it's going grey. And just for
Does
that,
it look,
oh yeah, and you go.
does it look like my father?
Do you believe it looks like your father? From your memory, give me a history check. Or no, not a history check. Yeah, a history check. Yeah, we'll take that. The fleeting instance you have been in this existence, does it look like your father to you?
It feels very tangibly like could be. Like if she's sort of trying to squint and analyze the features in that split moment, in that split second. She doesn't have much of a memory of her father. Her mum hasn't really told her much, and she doesn't have a great picture in her mind of what he looks like. So it seems familiar, but she just can't quite place it.
A warmth of familiarity rushes to your heart as you see this person sitting there whittling away.
I think Vondra will be comforted by the fact that she'll feel hopeful, the fact that she's seen a glimpse of Emerus, and then also seeing this figure who seems happy to be whittling away.
And within the split second, you feel yourself in this non-existence, sorry, once again. This feeling of intangibility emanating the magical flows of all around you.
Yeah, I think she'll feel a little bit emotionally exhausted but in a happy way. Yeah, just from the effort of the spell, and then having seen one very familiar face and another that, yeah, just makes her feel hopeful and happy and proud of herself.
And with that, you center yourself again. Pulse out and feel the hard ground beneath your feet and look down. The chalk has burned away. The inks have burned into the stone, and you see a set of 8 magically glowing runes in the ground. You've now set up what can be made a full-time teleportation circle.
Awesome.
As the runes begin to fade, you take a quick jot of what your runes are. Right, okay, yep, there we go. That's this combination. And begin to look over the tablet that Stormcrow gave you and plot out what runes this place is meant to be taking you to. Sort of like you fill it in with the magical chalks and inks, just getting it ready for whenever it is everybody wishes to depart.
Yeah, she'll feel emboldened, like she thinks, part of it is growth, but part of it is like the new staff she's got, the friends she's made, and the experiences she's been through, and she feels like she's developed as a person and as a wizard.
The true gift was the friends we made along the way.
Yeah, she'll just feel very content for a little bit before she goes back and rejoins the group.
Nice.
That was sick.
Is it that one? Yeah, it was that one. It was that music. Now, we take ourselves to the end of the last session. Nephilis.
Yeah.
The cold darkness or dark feeling at your back. The tendrils appearing from his fingers that have attached itself to you, making you this dark marionette for Hex's will. You feel it slip away, ever so slightly, and a chilling laugh rents the still, I want to say darkness, but it's not dark, rents the still air as everything felt like it had went quiet, as if time stood still. And as Mehron's lifeless body begins slipping from the end of the blade you hold in your hand, you feel his blood drench the metal as if it was an extension of yourself. The cold void of the snuffing out of his life dripping all over the blade. You feel a tremble and a shift within the metal itself as it goes from this beautifully intricate, almost blue steeled rapier, and begins drinking in the life force nectar from Mehron's veins. Hex begins to look a little bit more nasty in your hands. And you just feel the laugh. Told you, boss. I needed his blood. As the shape begins to minimize once more. What was that, sorry?
I was gonna say, this isn't the pact we made.
Yeah. But you had your shot to give me the blood you told me you would give me. You didn't do it, did you? You let these idiots hold you back. You've been letting them hold you back for years now. Idiot dwarves with crystals in their hands. Stupid elves. Furs. You promised me blood. I promised you power.
Without my friends, I can't get you blood.
Well, I just took blood from one of them. Can I get a perception check, please, Nephilis?
Yep. 15.
15. Yay! Double figures! The body of Meron slipping from the blade cascades to the ground. Not to the ground, sorry. Upon the anvil, which he had been casting your weapons and armour. Blood pouring along the metal and steel. You notice from the gaping wound in his chest, black smoke, a black vapour of sorts. This smoke begins filling the still void of this air, wrapping itself around the body of Meron, attaching itself to Hex. Oh, pressing the wrong thing there. The body of Meron, where the mound of smoke, begins bolting upright. And a dark figure is in place. Wreathed in smoke, staring at you, Nephilis. It throws its hand out and grabs you by the throat, begins lifting you up. Foolish creature, petty, not worth my boot. Derailing all my plans. What would you like to do?
Do I still have hold of Hex, or is it?
It's still in your hand.
I'll try and attack him.
Roll me an attack.
That's gonna be a 21.
The blade makes purchase with the shadows, rents through the darkness that little bit. The creature still stares at you as it holds. Enough! And he just sort of lifts you up a little bit, smashes you into the ground. You feel complete darkness overtake. For a split second, you think you've died. But you wake back up. The shadowy tendrils no longer there. Got a thumping headache. And the body of Myron still lying on the anvil. it once was after you stabbed him. What would you like to do?
I can't do anything at the moment. I'm just in total shock. I can't believe what's just happened, and I can't believe that I was sort of responsible for it at the same time. I can't move.
In the throes of guilt and, would you say, hatred for yourself?
A little, yeah.
You see a small spark emit, just start lighting up under the tunic of Myron's smithing clothes. Sort of like goldish red. Would you like to have a look at it?
Yes.
You open up the smock, the tunic, and see a strange sort of magical rune appear. It flashes. You sort of take a full flashbang of this magical energy. Start rubbing your eyes, just, oh, what the fuck, you know. Look around. Meron's body bolts up. Looks at the gash in his chest. Pats it down. Stares at you. What the fuck did you just do to me?
That wasn't me.
Wasn't me. Sorry. Sorry. He stares
My
at you.
mind went there as well.
Stares at you. It looked like your blade.
Something took over me. I did not mean to do that.
Okay. Am I? You killed me.
Look,
God.
I'm really sorry. Whatever I could do to make up for it. I promise you, I didn't mean it. I just asked you to do something. Why would I kill you?
You fucking tell me. Starts patting himself down and picks out. You see this like beautiful diamond in his pocket, and just he touches it just that little bit, and it fades off into ash. You know what? I knew being with you guys is going to be life-threatening one of these days. Thank fuck I prepared. Whew.
It is kind of an occupational hazard.
He stares at you as you say this. I thought it would be an occupational hazard against monsters. Not my friend.
I mean, if it helps, there is one in my head.
No! That doesn't help at all! So,
Same thing will
Did-
happen. Two of your friends are trying to get laid in the bath.
so, a monster in your head made you kill me.
As unbelievable as that sounds, that is actually the truth.
He's just stood there gobsmacked. You just... I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Starts walking away. Just like
I'm so sorry.
picks up a hammer and just like throws it at a wall. You tore my favourite shirt. Where you stabbed me through the heart. I think you need help, Nephilis. Therapy is a good start.
Have you tried BetterHelp? Hashtag not fun.
If there's anybody from BetterHelp who decides to watch us, please sponsor us.
Please, we all need it.
We
I
don't want...
think this is therapy at the moment.
Yeah, this is...
I need far more than therapy.
Is that a bath table or?
Yeah.
I think that was both at the same time.
Yeah, it's a bit. I was.
That was a bit personal there. It's cut a
That's
little bit to the
definitely
bone.
what Netflix is saying to Myron as well, though.
Right. We'll figure something out for you then. I think I'm going to need to go lie down first before I start anything else. That was traumatic. Goddamn 72 virgins, my ass. So he starts walking away. Goes over to the machine. We'll deal with you later. He just turns and looks. He begins. Oh fuck! He was looking a little bit skinny there. He wanders off into some little room off to the side. Surrounded by molten metal, magma, in this forge, fire, and yet it seems to be complete darkness where fire is not where the light of the fire is not touching anything. Nephilis, how are you feeling in this moment?
Very confused.
Okay, very confused.
Very confused, very guilty. And shaken up with a massive headache all at the same time.
Yeah. You begin to walk away. You notice... Give me a perception check, actually.
2 in 1 night.
Oh,
17.
there we go.
Oh, nice. I think that's the best perception check we've had from you.
I think it is.
The shield is finally working.
Yay!
In one night, title your sex tape. Ah, that deserves a laugh emoji. You begin wandering out, believing all of this to be some sort of nightmare. Everything that happened after it was clearly some sort of like illusion, some panic-driven stress. Yet, as you're walking, you feel your foot crunch on something on the ground, and the stone or tile underneath it, where you felt your head impact, is completely cracked in an outward spiral, an impact zone. Bzz, bzz. You guys, if there's anything else any of you would like to do during this time.
No, I'm just buying people drinks in the bar and just relaxing because I don't know what's going on.
Chatting yourself up to Rollerman.
So I've gone up and joined the band.
Move yourselves about. You're all playing your... Give me a performance check, please. Stormcrow.
Wow.
Oh wow.
24.
Wow. Wow. You and this little troop that you've managed to get together from the refugees and whatnot begin shredding it. You, even though it's the first time you've ever played together, you've managed to come up with a nice little... They know some of your ballads, you know some of theirs, you all play together, and you fucking shred it. The woman that didn't seem very pleased with you being too modest seems to now have a enhanced appreciation for you. You, Mouse, chatting away to Rollman and his crew seem to be getting involved with, like, so the orcs, the dwarves, all that stuff. Everybody seems to be chatting away. You get a feeling that these people are good eggs to be having in this place now. Seem to be hard workers.
Yeah.
Zarek, you're having problems explaining your meat dish to the Mr. Hadozi. I forget his name again. What was his name again?
Oh god. 2 seconds.
Bashala.
Yeah.
That's it.
Bashala. He is struggling to understand you, whether it's the ADHD or whatever it is about him. He's not getting it. And Fug, every now and again, wandering out with plates of stew, potatoes, all that sort of stuff. Just every time you try explaining it to him as well, he just gives you a nice little, like, 5-tooth grin that he's got. And wandering back in. Gives himself another scratch on the way in. You may all take a much needed long rest.
Yeah.
For taking a long rest, Cade will use a 3rd level spell slot to invoke the Amathrone. So I'll re-roll those. A second. Also, can Cade find some parchment and ink and a quill so he can write a letter and give it to someone to take to Drow to get posted off?
Okay. Give me an investigation check, please.
Okie dokie.
I didn't send myself those pictures.
Silly bitty.
Those nillies? Those nudies of myself.
Just for flavour, Zarek's at that point now where Zarek is literally using minor illusion to try and, like, make diagrams of how to make
Give me a persuasion check on that one.
Okie dokie.
It was a 23 on my investigation check.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, and that 20
Nice.
for a 20.
Do you not have any things for that? Right.
Charisma is my dump stat.
In real life as well. Oh!
Burn.
I'll take it.
You sounded really heartbroken by that joke there. Like, I'll take it. Why did I minimise that? I didn't mean to minimise that. Oh no, it's gone anyway. Yes, you managed to minor illusion so fucking good. You make it appear to be like a pig, a chicken, all the components of it. You manage to make it look like they're wandering together, and then all of a sudden they all die, and bits of meat of it come up, and then get put into the boil, get made into whatever it is, and make it look so like as if somebody made like a Pixar short, except with trying to make food for you.
If that Krusty, how does this look? Is this sort of like a sort of like a cloud sort of thing, sort of like an image floating in the air?
Yeah.
If Zarek wants to.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation and make it blow away.
You arsehole.
It wouldn't work because it's still just an illusion. So you go to like do it, and nothing happens.
Yeah.
But I just...
You just see like the liquid smoke around Zarek just kind of wobble a bit.
Yeah, it does not work. But good try. Good try.
Gotta get it.
Yeah, exactly. Cade, as you are outside, you find parchment, you find ink, paper, all that stuff, like blah blah blah. I did say you found parchment, so that's fine. You manage to find all the necessary things and begin writing your letter. Who are you writing it to?
It will be going to Grandmaster at the Rosier Keep.
Okay.
And I'll send you it after session. I haven't finished typing it out yet.
Okay. So you start it off, begin addressing it to Grandmaster Arden Frostvale. Is there anything you would like to put in? Just remember Lore Master Belgian Wormscribe as well, and his little beard, his massive beard. You find a little bit, begin writing on the outside walls, looking out over into the crisp night sky, and say to yourself, right, got to find myself a postman, somewhere that'll deliver it. Give me a perception check, please.
Okie dokie. 21.
21. As you say that and feel that, you feel a little gust of wind. You start looking around. You don't see anything. You turn back when you hear somebody say, "How may I assist you, sir?" And an ethereal, older-looking gentleman appears in front of you.
Does he look like Postman Pat?
Wearing the typical garb of a mail delivery assistant.
So Cade would just be completely taken aback, like, firstly, what and who are you, and where did you come from?
I am.
Where did you go?
Got an eye, Joe.
I am. I am a material plane bound spirit, sir, used mainly for mail delivery. It's a new system that was rediscovered within this hold, and I was chosen to take the mail for you. Anywhere you wish to go, I can take it for you.
Perfect. I will tie round some twine round the end of the scroll to seal it. This needs to go to Grandmaster Arden Frostvale at the Rosier Keep as soon as possible, please.
Certainly, sir. I will get it to you as quick as possible.
Here's a gold for your service.
You try giving him a gold and it just goes through his body. We don't take gold, sir.
And then I will... You know when you go to pat someone on the back and you don't actually try to make contact, just like they're there, I'll do that to him. It's like, okay, well, I appreciate your service. Perfect timing.
Thank you very much, sir. And he's like doffs his cap a little bit, but because it's like ghostly, it just doesn't do anything. His hand just goes through it. He opens up the satchel, and like when he opens it, it becomes like this weird void. If you could drop it in there, please, sir.
I will drop in the tied up letter.
You hear this whoosh, and he seals it back up. Pleasure doing business with you today, sir. I will get it back to you as soon as possible.
Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Next time you need anything, just call out to me. My name is Patrick. They call me Posthumous Patrick.
Yes!
Anytime you need me, I'll be there.
Before you go, do you have a spiritual pet cat at all?
It's... That's a sad story, sir. Jess was my long-time companion, but there was a run-in with a necromancer at one point, and she's just never been the same ever since. She was torn away from me.
I'm so sorry.
Not a problem.
Yeah.
She was white and black at one point in life, but... Anyway, I will get this away for you. Toot sweet, sir.
Fantastic.
Takes a bow, and you feel the little
Cade
gust
will
of wind.
Cade will do a little thumbs up to him.
Oh, friend! And he disappears. What a strange evening so far. You all have your long rest. And the next morning, you all wake up bright and early. I'll figure out rooms for you all at some point down the line if I can be bothered. And today, I believe, was the day you decided you were going to be heading off on your adventure, was it not? Now, is there anything you guys would like to speak about before we deal with whatever it is we're going to be dealing with?
None of us know what's happened, do we?
Nephilis, I believe... Would you have went to bed straight after it, Neph, to try and make sense?
Yeah, he would have gone straight to bed.
Okay, doke. So he's went straight to bed. This is the first time you guys have seen each other properly since the previous evening. if there is anything anybody would like to talk about, now would be the time.
Guys, I've got something serious I need to tell you. And he tells them everything, doesn't hold back, makes sure everyone knows what's going on.
He begins explaining to you guys how, after he left, he went to see Myron about getting a replacement set of horns made for him, and the ensuing chaos that happened. Oh shit!
Matt will just look flabbergasted.
I was forgetting
Did
about
he
the
say
wizard.
how he? Did he say how he was able to come back?
Would I have known what brought him back?
Give me an Arcana check, please.
Shit. 14.
14.
14.
Woo-hoo. Quickly checking. I'm going to play this by ear. What level of spell? Third. Yeah, I'll say you would have needed a 13 for this, just based on it. You've heard of the spell known as Glyph of Warding. And you've heard of spells that can help revive people. The understanding that he probably, I'll say he told you at some, like, in his rage and whatnot, he did start shouting things about good thing he glyphed himself. Basically, Glyph of Warding, for people that don't know, you could store a spell on anything under certain understandings, like activations essentially. So you could store a glyph in a Glyph of Warding, a fireball spell, and hide it in a book, and the command is, if somebody opens this book to read it, doesn't say banana fudge smuggler within 3 seconds, it'll activate and somebody will take a fireball straight to the face.
Okay.
The understanding that you have is that he's Glyph of Warding himself a revive spell in case he dies.
While Neff was sort of describing everything, can I figure out if I recognize anything or have an idea as to what the shadowy being was that attacked them?
Oh.
The long shot, I know.
Give me. Hold on. I'm trying to think here. That's why you could. I'm hurting myself with how much I think, you know. It's difficult being me. I'll give you a choice of 3.
Okay.
History,
Right.
nature, or religion.
History, nature, or religion?
Yeah. I've just realised they're all intelligences. I genuinely never meant that.
Well, I'm proficient in history, so... A 9, I don't.
9. The description that Neff told you of his quote-unquote vision, it's... Can I get you in whispers for a second?
Of course.
The description of the creature Nephilis told you about
Mm-hmm.
is very similar to what you recognise to be the shadow that emerged from the ring during your last battle. The full description of it, its shadowy tendencies, it invokes an understanding in you of creatures you've seen through the portals of the Netherrealm stuff, the nightmares that haunt you, and the shadowy figures that now, unbeknownst to you, are invoked through the ring that you wear on your finger.
Okay, cool. Also, very quickly, I wasn't sure if you needed it, but I quickly did do a wisdom save for that long rest just now.
Yeah,
And I got a 13. But wasn't sure.
it's fine. It will not happen every night. It
Right,
will.
okay,
It will happen in instances of maybe great stress and maybe like battles and stuff like that. Like
Okay, cool.
that you'll need to make
You'll
those.
tell me when to do it.
Yeah,
Alright, no
it'll not be every single night. It'll just be you had a good night last night, the night before. You had a stressless night. It did not invoke itself. I'll maybe do like a random roll at some point and decide it from there, sort of thing. But
Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright.
you
So
had
yeah, it's the
you had a good
familiar with
meditation.
the...
Yeah. It's sounding familiar at this moment in time.
Yeah, probably
and-
not enough there comment on it.
Enough, not enough that you would turn around and say, "Oh yeah, I know exactly what that could be," or "Oh, that sounds really much like that." But you probably have enough description within that to go to yourself, "Oh shit, that sounds exactly like so and so." And maybe you don't want to say anything about it, or maybe you do. Like it's one of these things like, maybe need a bit more information first before I can say anything. Like, should you decide that? Of course, this is not me railroading. It's just I'm just laying out.
No. I get it. Yeah, no, like I'm thinking based on that role, based on the fact it's familiar but not enough to be like, oh, I know about this. So I was gonna stay quiet. Cool.
Okay, doc. See you back in session.
See you back in session.
So that's how you killed them. Oh, shit. Yeah, no. With the events having been told about that transpired the night before, you all. What is it you all would like to do?
And look at Neff and go, dude, I know Hatch has been there for you, but I'm not sure if this thing is that determined on taking blood. If it's the safest thing to have around. Because, no disrespect, I trust you, but I don't know if that thing might turn on us.
Given the fact, I'm assuming at this point that you've probably mentioned the fact that Hex mentioned that it wasn't, you sort of challenged the fact it wasn't part of the pack with Hex at this point.
Yeah.
To us, or yeah. I mean, I don't know much about your whole deal, but surely if neither of you are seeing this packed out, surely there's a get out of magical jail free card, as it were.
That's a good point. I'll have to have a word with him.
Sort of look a bit askance at Neff as he says that and go, somehow I don't think he's going to be too willing to give up control.
We might have to break this pact.
That's what I'm thinking. Although, without without this pact, what is there more that you are able to do without your magic? That's the other question we have to consider.
I honestly don't know.
Can I get a history check, please, from you, Nephilis? And you can have it at advantage because this is going to be something you would have possibly dealt with in your backstory.
Five.
At advantage, yeah?
Yeah. The first one was a
Jesus.
natural one.
Oh, Jesus.
What was the second one?
A 5.
Oh, you got +0.
Okay. A small memory in your head sort of like bubbles forth while this conversation is going. You faintly remember learning at one point that people with your abilities that draw from a not so nice realm compared to like where the clerics draw their magic from, trying to break a pact or break up with the providers of these powers. Not the easiest. Doesn't have the best retirement plan from it either, from what you can gather. It's not to say it's never been done before, and it's not to say that it wouldn't work. It's just that some of the stuff written hasn't been in your head, having happened very often. You might need to research it down the line at some sort of point.
Yeah, so I'd just say I know it can be done, but it's very rare that it's done successfully. This is something that requires a lot of looking into, and if we haven't got the time, then I'm okay with that for now.
But I do think it's definitely something. I mean, was it after Mayron himself, or just anybody would do to quench whatever he was after?
At the time, I don't think he would have hurt you guys, like our group, but I think now, I don't think he's as concerned.
So he could basically do that to any of us at any time.
Yes, so I don't think it'd be for a while now, as he's been sated with Myron's blood.
I think I might have to speak to Saloon and see if she has any advice
Saloon.
how to help with this. Saloon!
Any help from anyone here who's close to their gods that would be a massive start, probably.
Mouse, can I get a religion check, please? That's my shit. All the girls drop a beat like this. Sorry.
14.
14. Why are you fucking unresponsive? This Google is going to get... Why aren't you responding to me? Why not? I'm so good. You know, you sort of mark your head in your head where you are on the calendar. I've just poked myself in the eye. I was trying to itch my the top of my eyebrow there, and I poked my eye instead. You are currently in the month of Jahar, Jauhar, and are on you're on the 16th day, so on the 16th of Jahar, the next full moon, where you can commune with, or you commune with an
Commune with
understanding.
Saloon.
Yeah, commune with Saloon. Is 1, 2, 3, 4 nights away on the 19th of Jahar. That is the next full moon of Saloon that you can commune.
And if we go to a cowboy pub, it'll be in a saloon.
And
Hey.
if it's bad weather, you can do it in a monsoon.
Maybe if she wants payment, I'll give her a doubloon.
Hey.
But yes, that's the next time that you feel you can possibly commune with a spiritual understanding of your goddess.
Okay, I'm going to make a note of that.
Funny enough, there's this nice handy thing called Kanka that there is a calendar that's useful.
Oh, where'd you get that to?
Yeah. It's called a website called Kanka.
Wow.
And it's got a little bit underneath it that's got calendars, and a really hard worked calendar.
You mentioned that before at some point.
Yeah. I'm not as good as somebody like Sean, he would have probably mentioned it by now, but... Or Tony. Thanks for watching, Tony, if you are. You all get a little message in your head from the familiar voice. I know you guys are leaving today to go off and meet Stormcrows like shadowy people. Are you guys wanting this golem, this spirit guardian done, or are we leaving it?
I reply with, why didn't you tell me you died?
Didn't think it would be a big deal, because technically I didn't die. I had it covered, and I didn't want to get Nephilis in trouble.
I hate that man.
Is there anything you guys would like to do?
Are we taking the big boy with us? Do you think we are going to need a giant robot, or are we going to leave it here to protect the fort?
Hey. It needs a soul to keep working. We were meant to decide if we were bringing someone back from the beyond to live in. We can take it with us, but it would stop working. That's all.
I still do not feel comfortable with that decision. But also, if we are going against...
What we should do. And it still doesn't feel right to me either.
I think this could become a bit of a stealth mission, and I think we have to be treading carefully. So I don't know if bringing a giant guardian will help, as awesome as it is.
What
can't
about-
imagine it could go very quietly.
While true, what about defending this place while we're gone?
I think that is a better idea for it.
So the question becomes, once again, what soul do we bring beyond?
We need a good leader with defense ticks. That Like I said, I don't want to think about that now. Shall I message him back or shall we go see him?
I think, given the events of yesterday, he might appreciate some human contact.
Well, maybe he should have actually told us what happened then.
This is Mayron. We all know that he has his moments where he forgets that he can talk.
Let's go see him then.
Okay. You all button up. Oh, yeah, on you go, mate.
Neff is gonna stay behind. He can't even think about the possibility of facing Myron right now.
Okay, doc. You all show up. He's standing there, sort of tinkering with the machine. Ah, finally. Right. Holds the key up. Who are we bringing back?
Don't you know anybody that it could...
That was going to be my question as well. Surely with your expansive life, you would know of a suitable person.
A few. It's just in case anybody else wanted anyone else in particular back. Lost loved ones, lost friends, lost lovers. Lost profits. No, wait, that's not a good fucking joke to go for nowadays. Forgetting that there. We could try for our old friend Twilks, or one of the lost ones, Giles, Neva, Ramala.
From what
Well.
you told me of Ramala, do you really want him running around in a robot?
Yeah, he sounds like he'd be
More
fun.
directed in at like Stormgrove.
I mean, Giles and Neva went of their own volition, so I don't think they would want to come back.
I do think Ramar would be quite interesting. And it is a dwarven make. And he is the dwarf that we knew.
Wait, how does it work if... oh no, forget that, I was going to say. Someone else has got his arm, but it won't be his body, so... Forget what I just said.
It's not an Iron Man suit. It's technically like Ultron, which, now I say that out loud, yeah,
It's
might not-
worse.
Yeah, that's worse. That's a lot worse. No, I've just said it out loud.
So much worse.
If you guys are wanting to deal with your other thing, if you want to leave it up to me, I could try and sort something out whilst you're all away.
I would love Twilks, but only with his family's permission.
Is there a time limit on when we need to do this by?
You still
Yeah,
got
about a day or so in it.
yeah, about 2 days or something at the most. You had like a week, and y'all went to Drower to do that stuff whilst you were deciding. So about 2 days now.
I think glad at everyone and go. A name's just popped in my head that might not be the worst suggestion. What about Mansbane?
of thought. My vote, like I say, would my number one choice would be Twogs with permission. Mansbane, good call. Very good call.
I'll just perk up and say, who's Mansbane?
I'll say that you would have been told about Sir Craven Mansbane at one point. He was a nobleman from Starlight Peaks who was stationed in Apleona, who the group found with that was being tortured by the people of the Iron Fist, with Shafrat and Abigail. He was somebody who had information that they wanted, and then he began to accompany Stormcrow on his way back to Avalon when the ship was curtailed by Killian and his forces.
Which is when I joined. Yeah.
Which was just a couple of weeks before you joined.
Oh, not after the mimic ship. Not
Not after that. It was before it.
Yeah. Gotcha.
In game, it was a few weeks before it.
When I Nox and we found out that we'd been a bit set up.
Yeah. So he turns to you all, well, I could try and get in touch with Jeff, and whilst I could do a little sending spell or send him a letter of some sorts, and get his permission, possibly. If not, then I could try for Mansbane. If not, see who we can get. If you want to leave it up to me.
I think so.
Okay.
You know the most that's machine making. You are the oldest and essentially wisest of the all.
You can take your tongue out of my arse right now. I'm only he doesn't say that. He nods. Thank you for the compliment.
I'm so glad that Mousen rolls his eyes as he hears this ass kissing going on from Zarek towards me.
It's like, oh, stop it, guys. You know, I know I'm good.
Mayron's the reason that Zarek is alive. He owes him a life debt.
Yeah.
Reason that most of us are alive at one point or another, to be fair.
Yeah.
He points out something to you, Stormcrow. I have something for you, by the way. I didn't feel that the clothes I gave you were sufficient for your standing, especially with where you're going now. And he walks over and he just has this like small wooden box, and he just passes it to you. You open it up, and you see a nice golden yet black steeled ring, deep set with an amethyst and a small crest that at one point in time you described to Mayron you wish to do for yourself, to become your own Stormcrow royal crest. Passes it to you and says, hopefully this can bring you the luck that you're looking for in your journey.
I sort of take it out of the box sort of carefully and just sort of slide it on. Unsurprisingly, fits perfectly. Because Mayron, and then just sort of look at it and go, wow. And sort of look at the crest and just sort of nod and glance at him and go, good memory.
And glad your finger slipped into this ring so easily.
Giggity.
Stop grinning. I thought you were going to have to buy me dinner first.
Well, I've bought yous all loads of things so far, so I think you owe me a little bit more.
See about that when I get back.
Sentinel and Mouse shoot you both a dirty look. Kate as well. You all say your goodbyes. You all do what you need to do. Load yourself up on supplies. Mouse, you say goodbye to your sister, your mum, dad, the twins. They turn around to you. If you need us, you know where to call. We'll be there.
Yes. I will check in as soon as I can.
Yes, good. You better.
Stay safe and keep everybody protected.
Of course. What do you think we do? We're not idiots.
Well,
I just sort of wink at Poacher and blow him a kiss.
I'm gonna grab Stormcrow to one side quickly. Just between me and you, I don't trust Neff with this hex being. And
Me neither, but I don't know. We'll just have to keep a close eye on him.
I'm just scared. I don't want to lose anyone.
I sort of give her a quick hug and just go. I don't want to lose anyone else either. But we've got no choice for the moment. We'll have to wait and see what Saloon says when you next talk to her.
I know, and he's worth trying to sort this out. But as you hug me, I'm going to cast Death Ward on you, just in case. So, if you die, you come back with 1 hit point.
Oh wow, okay.
Aww.
It lasts for 8 hours, and I'm going to be taking it in turns every day to do this, just in case.
You make it sound as if I'm some sort of fucking nasty creature that would kill you guys every 8 hours.
Never.
Me? I've not killed anyone so far.
Well,
And the horses, the goat.
They're not someone though, they're something. They're disposable.
Oh dear.
Mag the entirety of Chip's brew.
Yeah.
Did you say Haldir? Haldir's not dead, maybe.
A whole town yesterday.
No, hold on. You killed a whole town. You killed it. I didn't kill fuck all.
Say so.
So,
else been killed.
yeah.
I said fucking long list here.
It is getting quite long nowadays, isn't it? I killed Twilks, to be fair.
You killed Tony twice.
Yeah. Good point, yeah, I killed his characters twice. So, Vondra, can I get a quick Arcana check from you? You can have it at advantage because you have already done this spell.
Thank you. 15 deviant. There we are. Oh, not great. 17.
17, that is fine. If you can cast Teleportation Circle, please.
Yes.
You and the guys all begin standing in the circle, holding hands, singing Kumbaya and all that stuff.
Fuck that.
As we're doing this, I just squeeze Mouse's hands gently, look at her, and just mouth, "Thank you."
I squeeze his hand back and just give him a little wink.
You guys see the magically infused chalk and ink begin to glow with a magical radiance. Begins the sigils magically raise themselves off the ground and start swirling around you all.
I'll say as well, I'll move the staff sort of in a figure eight motion, and it looks like it's being dragged through water, so like the air sort of ripples as it does this figure eight, and then you start to see like hands on a clock, both on the staff and in the circles, teleportation circle as well, start to like tick just before the spell initiates.
Okay. Seconds. Getting you all prepared there. Yeah, you guys do that. You see the brand new staff start swirling about, doing all the things Byron's just said. The sigils start wrapping around. A combination of 8 get picked out of the ethereal void. You all get this whooshing sensation of complete darkness, wrapping yourselves around in this circle. You begin teleporting away, almost like the Bifrost from the Thor movies. You guys feel as you're being teleported through existence, passing through the different dimensions. You see things streaming past you at light speed, and all of a sudden stop. You'll find yourselves in a dark, even though it looks lighty, wondrous manor. Strange looking room filled with magical apparatus and a stone permanent set circle, teleportation circle around your feet. Can I get perception checks from everyone, please? Should have had these all on the different layer, but fuck it.
Oof, that is a horrible roll.
Ooh.
Yeah, same here.
31. No, 32?
It's disgusting.
Wow.
Roll.
Yeah,
13 for Cade.
13.
Can
Nephilis?
I just use my passive? Can I just use my passive perception of 17 instead?
Well, because you rolled and didn't call it out, I'll say no.
Damn it.
You guys decided to make the roll, so that's it. Whether it's because of the teleportation or whatnot, those of you who have never magically teleported like this before, Stormcrow, Xeric, Vondra, what was Cade's again? Sorry, 13.
Yep.
13. Neff, what was yours? Sorry.
14.
14. You guys sort of head spinning. Cade, I'll say with your background, you probably do have a an understanding of teleportation magic, as would Nephilis. So you managed to keep your senses about you for once. And Mouse, you're used to bamfing in and out for years. You had uncontrollable bouts of teleporting between realms. This is nothing to you. You get out and you're like, okay, cool, that was fun.
Where are we?
You three in the line see this beautiful, dark, inlaid room surrounded by shadowy figures wearing dark cloaks that you recognise to be members of the Silent Network. You, Mouse and Neff, you guys have fought them before, but it's not the these ones seem to be wearing different sort of sect-looking clothing pieces. It is
Instead of purple and black, it's black and purple.
yeah, exactly. It's a whole different prominent colour. Stormcrow, where you teleport, even though you're like sort of like retching up a little bit, trying to get an understanding of where you are, you sort of like look up and you see the matron of this sect. What was it? Her name is. I've put an extra thingy there. Indril Helviers. INDRIL HELVIERS. Helviers. We'll say that she announced herself to you like back before, and she's just standing there looking all regal and dark as per. Welcome. I bid you all fond welcomes, I should say. To you, the Arashtra. And she bows, and you just see the dark, shadowy figures all around bow to you as well. My name is Matron Indril Helviers. It is lovely to meet Lord Thelus's beloved family / friends. Lord Thelus, how was your trip?
Shake my head a little bit, as I'm still a bit dazed from everything that just happened with the trip, and go, that was an experience, Lady Indril. Not one I'm hoping to repeat anytime soon.
Understandable. The sect of the Silver Veil welcomes you all to this to my patron's abode. Can I get another perception check from you, please, Stormcrow?
Yeah, indeed. Can I use my passive?
If you wish to use your passive.
Yeah, with the way I'm rolling, 15.
15.
It's past my bedtime.
I'm just literally just a way to finish up.
Yeah, okie dokie.
If you're cool for another 5 minutes, not even that.
Keep
Yeah,
in
no
mind,
worries.
last time you left, somebody died.
Yeah, yeah.
As
Not that
you,
we're blamed.
yeah,
but,
yeah,
you know.
that's definitely not
Yeah.
just your fault. Like I didn't totally do it because you left.
No.
Yeah.
5 more minutes.
The room now, it's becoming a bit more, or a bit less blurry. You begin to see familiar shapes, familiar tapestries. You sort of stare out. One of the windows that's in there looks out on darkened rock with beautiful brought in trees that somehow in this forever darkness outside still grow beautiful and strong, tall and majestic. Memories of a childhood, of climbing these trees, relaxing and playing your musical instruments, suddenly bubble to the surface. Matron Indoril turns to you. My patron welcomes you all. She moves to the side and a door creaks open.
It's that fucking tiefling.
You hear footsteps on the granite floor, that of someone in high heels, and a familiar dark-skinned drow wanders into the room, majestically dressed. I welcome you all to the House of Thelis, and I welcome you home, dear brother, as Narcelia Thelis, your younger sister, and now patron of the sect of the Silver Veil, stands before you, Stormcrow. And that is where we're going to finish this session.
My lady.
And that's where we'll finish.
Very good. Very good session. Well done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that.